Hi Leo, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to thank you so much for your amazing presence, but I want to remind you this is general and it's meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it, okay? So apply it as you should. But I do more than appreciate the likes, comments, and of course subscriptions if you haven't joined this Leo tribe already. I did pre-pull three oracle here from the Secret Language of Light Oracle deck. Absolutely beautiful cards. And I feel the need to mention I tried doing your money and career read for January multiple times before this, but it's just not coming out for some reason. I feel like I'm being prevented from getting it done today for more than one reason. So we will speak upon the next 2 days for you for the time being. But let's see what we get or what we have. We have the Whispers card, okay? I really felt like this was speaking in regards to your inner voice, but also spirit. You're going to be hearing them whispering to you in the next 48. We have the Nourish card and Light Beings, okay? And so, interestingly enough, I feel like this is a very simplistic energy kind of next 48, but a lot to get done. I feel like there's a transition taking place. Spirit saying, how can we nourish one's well-being, right? Your physical body, your soul. You may feel like at times you need to get more healing done than you actually can or feels possible. Are you taking care of oneself enough, right? But the next 48, there's a focus on you being a light being, right? A light worker, shining your light for all to see. I sense that there's a focus on your hands and feet, interesting, on your voice all the meanwhile, all right, and a focus on your Leo mind. I did see the manifestation card from that deck, from this deck as well, but I didn't feel that was one of the main three. But I also sense that underneath it all, let me grab the deck, there's a bit of a focus on you looking within and trusting one's heart in regards to what you desire, whether or not somebody or something's going to be right for you. Or do you feel like there's something you haven't acquired yet, but it's meant to be delayed? Okay. I really do feel as if there's a huge focus in the next 48 on your intuition, okay? Your inner voice and just your gut feeling when it comes to something or multiple somethings, okay? But look at that. A huge focus on your wellness, okay? Your well-being. I feel like if you're being completely honest with oneself, there's ways to take care of your overall well-being that you haven't been implementing or just kind of let go of recently, okay? Like for me, example, I know I haven't been working out enough, but I've been moving. So that in and of itself is a workout. But I do feel like there's other skincare routines I could be doing more so and stuff of that nature. Okay, I stopped taking naps. You got to find your own ways or re-implement certain strategies to make sure you are nourishing oneself through all that you're trying to accomplish. Okay, let's pull from the Light Seers. There with the background noise. I feel like there's this part of you that wants to speed forward towards something or wants to speed forward and accomplish more than you actually can throughout each of these 2 days and surrounding it. But Spirit is saying there's a pace to it all that needs to be admired, interesting, and for you to be one with, right? Where you feel the inclination to speed forward kind of in your mind in a certain way, or when it comes to what you desire, want to accomplish, but you just feel like you can only move so quickly, right? Or just, yeah, it feels like you're going to end up moving at a slow and comfortable pace regardless. So just be one with it. And just remember that everything gets accomplished when it's meant to. Let's pull one right for the middle. I feel like there's thoughts of love in the next 48 for you, okay? I just heard storybook. Interesting. You may be pushed to think about your individual path story up until this point, but look at that, the Four of Swords. And so naturally Spirit's saying we need you to rest. We need you to rest your heart, your soul, your mind even, as it may feel as if at times Spirit's speaking to you so clearly, so consistently, or randomly that it feels kind of a lot, right? Like a lot. And so naturally with you thinking on top of that, It can feel like a ton to cope with, to deal with, a bit of a whirlwind. But I do feel like meditation, naps, stuff of that nature, workouts, again, coming up. You need to take care of one's skin. I feel the need to remind you once again. Very interesting. But going back to that ask your soul card, what do you actually desire? I feel like in moments of simplicity, even I want to say label it downtime, you're going to be pushed to ask oneself, what does your soul desire at this point along your path? You deserve it, okay? You deserve it. But I do feel like there's part of you that is kind of, they're saying sulking, but or just expecting the worst. I feel as if you need to separate a past situation from what you're dealing with at this time, right? Whether that's where you live, who you're dating, or beginning to, when it comes to potentially family matters, work, you name it. It could be more than one situation, but there's one that they're highlighting in your mind, in your existence in the next 48. Interesting. Do not expect the worst. Do not connect it to the past. Things are different. This is different. Keep things fresh. Okay. 614. Look up that angel number meaning. 614. We have the Three of Pentacles. And I really do feel as if you're being noticed in the next 48 for being a light worker, for being somebody who cares, for being talented, right? But I also feel as if somebody at a distance or that you're just connected to is sensing that you're going through something. We have the King of Cups for this side, okay? And so the next 48 highlights the fact that you are going through stuff, right? But I just sense that you need the peace that you've been experiencing in certain ways that you're experiencing in the next 48. A bit perplexed is what they're saying. But your world takes a focus, your world. You're more in the driver's seat than it feels at times, but it's almost as if you feel like you can't make a decision or just something isn't coming to be as quickly as you might have desired it or feels like it's necessary. But I just feel like you need to put other people's thoughts, judgments, concerns aside and recognize that everything's coming to be as it's meant to. And there might be a divine delay at hand, and you need to accept that that's for the better of your situation in more than one way, I feel the need to say, okay? I just feel like people are seeing you as somebody who's going places, and that's taking a highlight. You're protected in the midst of whatever you wish to move towards, and whatever ship is coming in for you in the upcoming weeks, well deserved. It feels like a new job or a new relationship or something of the sort. It could be a new financial investment, okay? I just heard new house for somebody. But will whisper to you in moments when you are focusing on the wrong thing, okay? Focusing on the wrong thing at that moment. Focus on the best and watch it come to be. The World, as well as the Strength card, which is our energy, absolutely beautiful. But you're being reminded underneath it all, you need to do some healing and make sure you're aware of when it's not your energy, okay? Because I feel like you could have somebody around you or that you're connected to energetically that's going through it to a certain extent. But I just feel like you are showing off to an extent, but not doing it in a very abrupt or just bothersome way. I heard the word humble, and I feel like there's this vibe where as you regain that strength, as you heal and nourish oneself in the next 48, people are seeing you as a strong individual and somebody who has the innate ability to show off in a likable, relatable way, okay? But your unique nature, your magical, strong Leo way of being, that's also shining for people to see. It could be more so on social media as you're out and about, reconnecting with people even for some. But however it works for you, I just heard the comfort of a pet for some. Yeah, people are seeing you as a very strong, talented individual. And I do feel like you could receive certain whispers through your dreams or just through your thoughts from spirit at a certain point to remind you of your strength, okay? Because you've been through a lot, but even the strongest of lions need to heal, right? But I do feel as if the next 48 reminds you that completion, it leads you towards more peaceful days, right? More of what you're meant for, okay? As I'm drawn to this circle. But I do feel as if you're just being reminded that your world is developing and changing as it's meant to, okay? Towards a more colorful, peaceful state of being and way of living. but it doesn't mean you shouldn't continuously reevaluate certain habits and ways of living and how your days unravel, right? Continuously put efforts towards improvement, okay? And you can do no wrong. They're saying keep looking at it as a bit of a trial and error sort of approach, okay, and way of living, and just figure it out for oneself, right? It doesn't have to be all figured out in this next 40-hour period, but improvement is the name of the game. Improvement, my friend, all right? Accept the attention in the next 48 from spirit and from others tuning in, seeing you out and about as a positive thing, right? Even if there are certain levels of messing with, right, spiritually, and even effects of energy that don't feel amazing. You're meant for what you're dealing with at hand, however that comes through for you, okay? I just feel like you're one powerful light in this world, and that's being shown to those who tune in, who notice you. And I feel like your good looks as well takes a focus at a certain point. I'm getting your hair specifically, okay? So allow for oneself to just go with the flow, do what you got to do in the next 48, but don't stress it, okay? And once again, I feel the need to remind you, be one with the pace that you feel you can move at, accomplish at, right? And don't try to overdo it, because I feel as if quality over quantity takes a focus, less is more at times. And I feel like there's a level of divine timing at play for you, okay? We're whispering to you to remind you of your greatness is what I'm hearing, all right? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll see you next time.